Hello everyone, welcome to this video I've called Getting Back to Backpacking, where I'm going to be looking forward to some of the trips I've got coming up next year and how it's sort of been influenced by some of the trips I've done this year. But before we get into it, just got to quickly say the next series that's going to be online is my Morocco trip from September. This was like the first tour that I've organised and put on sale to people who follow the channel. The trailer will be online on Boxing Day, December 26th. And then the series will be online. It'll be a two-part series in February. So I can't wait for you guys to see that. Sahara Desert bitches! Plus, the next tour that I'm going to be hosting is going to be in Borneo in April 2020. And we've already sold 12 out of the 16 places, so there's still 4 places left. I'll put a link in the description and I'll talk more about it later in the video as well. But if you want to come on an amazing adventure around Borneo, then get signed up. Anyway, to tell you about the trips I got coming up next year, I've first got to look back across the trips I did this year, and the main thing that's changed my life this year is I've bought my own place. Now, I originally planned on buying a place at the end of the year, so basically now, like November, December time, but when I got back from my Egypt and Jordan trip at the start of February, Chris was like, nah, he wants to move out in May, the place we were renting, so I had to bring all those spending plans forward, which basically meant I had to scrap all my travel plans for the year because obviously buying a flat's the most expensive thing you'll ever buy, and I needed all the money I could possibly get. But luckily it all worked out and I've got this new place now, and I've moved to Redhill, which is just outside of London, but basically all my work, my friends, my life is still in London because it's a very quick commute into town from here. Plus it has the added advantage that I'm right by Gatwick. It's like a 10-minute train to Gatwick, so when I do trips it's just like 20 minutes door to door. But the place I managed to get, it all worked out so well and I absolutely love it here. And it really is an amazing feeling to actually finally own something and make it your own. And plus I did just turn 36 a couple of weeks ago, so it's nice to kind of do some adulting in my life, you know. But like I said, because I bought the flat, I had to scrap my travel plans for the year, but fortunately I was still able to travel because all the hard work I've put into the YouTube channel over the years is now starting to pay off in the fact that I got to go on like 3 different press trips this year. The first trip I did was the Antigua one at the all-inclusive resort, and it was an amazing trip. I had such a good time, and the videos, it's fine, it's a throwaway bit of fun, but I did have some people comment going, oh, this is different to what you normally do, Karl. I'm like, how did you figure that out? Maybe it's because in the first 10 seconds I said this. Now this trip's going to be a little bit different for me. So yeah, it was very different to what I normally do, but the video's there, take it or leave it, it's just a bit of fun.
How does it feel? Like warm apple pie. It doesn't feel like that.
And the next trip I got to go on was the Dolomites trip in Italy, which was based around the Traverse Events conference. And I'm actually really proud of how that video came out. I'm really pleased with it. And one of the reasons for that is I sort of managed to finally get a gimbal for my camera that's actually sort of suitable for traveling. So many times people said to me like, oh, have you ever thought about getting a gimbal for your camera? It's like, yeah, but the problem is, you know, I'd bought one over a year ago and I sent it back after like 2 days because they were just too big, too heavy, and slowed you down too much and just drew way too much attention to themselves. When you're making a travel video, you want to try and be as inconspicuous as possible. I mean, yes, you walk around with a camera with a microphone on, but you don't have this huge bit of kit that's like, hey everyone, I'm making a video. So, but then this one here is called the Zion Weevil Lab. Strange name, but it's small, it's light, it's quick and easy to set up, and basically finally made the kind of gimbal that suited the sort of traveling that I do. So yeah, it's a fantastic bit of kit and it just puts the quality of videos up to another level, so super pleased with that. So that was awesome. And also the Dolomites trip, that film was probably one of the funniest ones I've done. I mean, it was kind of a strange trip because I thought it was going to be this big hiking adventure, then we ended up not really doing much hiking, but we had such a good laugh, and some of the scenes in that, like the fake Visit Trentino ad and the whole slow motion helicopter stuff and the grappa straight face challenge was, yeah, that was just a joy to edit. It was so much fun. It says influencer. I would never describe myself as an influencer because when I hear the word influencer, I think of the word twat. In September, I had another press trip, which is the Exploring Catalonia film that's just recently come online. And that one, I'm pleasantly surprised how the video came out. I'm not trying to do all these humble brags about the videos or anything, but that trip was like 4 days where you kept in the dark about the itinerary, which meant you just had to sort of film 24/7. And so I had no idea what kind of content I managed to create. You just kind of just go and just hope for the best. But it turned out right. I'm pleased with it, you know?
That was fucking terrifying.
But even though I had a fantastic time on these 3 press trips, and I learned a lot, met so many cool people, had all these fantastic experiences, made some really great friends, it's not what I want to do really going forward, because the problem with them is that, one, you know, they often spoil you rotten to sort of try and show off like the best the place can offer, which is great for me when I'm there, but it's kind of boring for the audience, because like one of the things I've always wanted to do in my travel videos is show what it's like when you actually go to a place. Like any old traveler books a ticket and go there, and most people when they go to these places will be staying in the regular accommodation, not some 5-star luxury and eating at 5-star restaurants or whatever. So there's that element to it. They're also, often the itineraries are super rushed, and so you never really get time to sort of relax and enjoy the place and sort of, you know, be more creative with the video. It's just bam, 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 go, go, just film and capture as much as possible. And you know, people often say to me, oh, does filming get in the way of you enjoying your travel experiences? And it's like, no, and one of the reasons it doesn't is because I know when to put the camera away and just relax. But on these press trips, you never get to do that. It's just go, 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 film, 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 and you end up being absolutely shattered by the end and not creating as good as content. One of the other main problems is like when you don't have a say in the itinerary, it's like, first of all, you can end up doing things that you're maybe not that interested in and don't really care about capturing for your video. Like on the Catalonia trip, I ended up at that winery, and the guy that we met there was lovely and gave us loads of his time, really nice bloke. So it's not a complaint about them or the Catalonia Tourism Board, because they don't know what I was interested in, but it's just more a complaint about the situation, because, you know, I like drinking wine, but I don't care how it's made. I've been to so many wineries and you know, that information just goes in one ear out the other. So, you know, they've set up this whole thing for you to make a video and you end up just standing there just blagging it, like, and it's just, you know, that's not what I've gone traveling to do.
Yeah, it's more thick.
Yeah, more thick, yeah. And I know this might all be sounding very kind of first world problem-y, and you know, just to reiterate, I'm incredibly grateful for the opportunities I've had this year, and I've had some awesome experiences with some amazing people. I'm just looking at this from a storytelling perspective, because I spent a lot of years and a lot of work building up my YouTube channel. Are these the kind of stories that I want to be telling going forward? Because, you know, back to itineraries, when I plan my own trips, I sort of plan the itinerary to make sure it'll make a good story. Like, I'll make sure there's like an awesome activity at the start and an awesome activity at the end. And I also want it to be quite a big journey and cover a lot of ground, rather than just sort of staying in one tiny area and just doing these little activities, just because it makes more of a cinematic story, and that's the kind of trips I like doing. So basically going forward, you know, I'm not going to say I'm never going to do a press trip again. I'm sure I will do plenty, but I'm only going to do it if I have a say in the itinerary and we can work together with the tourism board, the brand or whatever, so it kind of fits the style that I want and tells the kind of story that I wanted to tell on my channel. It's got to be something like that, or like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, like when I did the Surviving Norway trip for the Shackleton Whiskey, which was just, you know, incredible opportunity to go on that, and that was just an amazing trip. But for these little tourism boards where sometimes they just want to go like, oh, do you want to come to our town for a weekend and make a little video? It's like, I don't make little videos, I make big videos, you know, it's called Travel Documentaries, there's a clue in the title. Anyway, after having a year of doing that, like I said, I'm getting back to backpacking, because the next trip that I'm doing is Vietnam in January. So I actually fly out December 27th, and like I said, you know, I want to do these longer journeys. I'm gonna have 6 weeks. I'm gonna be starting in Ho Chi Minh City and traveling all the way up to Hanoi, and then yes, I will be doing the Ha Giang Loop at the top as well. Like every time I mention Vietnam on Instagram, everyone's like, are you doing the Ha Giang Loop? It's like, yes, don't worry, I'm doing it. I'm not gonna be doing the whole trip on a motorbike. I'm just gonna be I'll be traveling by like train, bus, boat, whatever. But there are certain bits you can sort of do on a bike where they'll transfer your bags for you, because I'm carrying so much kit and stuff whilst I'm making these videos. Yeah, it's gonna be the first time I've been amongst the backpacking scene since summer 2018 with Central America. And also it's gonna be great to get back to Southeast Asia. I mean, we did Philippines in 2017, but in terms of mainland Southeast Asia, I haven't been there since HK2NY, which is back in 2013, so it's going to be like 7 years later going back to Vietnam to do the rest of it, because we only ever did a tiny part of it on HK2NY.
Welcome to Castaway Island!
And then when I get back, the Morocco series will come online, because that's the other trip from last year I haven't probably talked about, was I hosted and organised my first tour. And this was done in partnership with Intrepid Travel. We worked with them to create a bespoke itinerary and then put it on sale to people who followed the Facebook, Instagram and YouTube. We had a group of 14 of us, had the best time, as I keep saying, and that series is going to be, I can't wait to get stuck into editing it because it's going to be so good. So that's going to come out in February when I'm back from Vietnam, because I don't want to rush the editing between now and Christmas.
So this is James, this is Hamid, nice to meet you.
Look at all the cameras.
Got all the cameras.
All the cameras.
I'm famous James.
This is how famous I am.
Thanks, monkey.
The next trip coming up after that is the Borneo tour, like I mentioned in the intro. So this is going to be a 12-day tour in Borneo in April. And some of the activities we're going to be doing is like going to the orangutan sanctuary, climbing a volcano, staying in a river lodge, like doing like a jungle cruise in the rainforest, going to Turtle Island where we maybe see baby turtles like, you know, be hatched and released into the sea. And also at the sort of start and the end of the trip where we're flying into, there's plenty of snorkeling and scuba diving opportunities around it as well. The cost for the tour is £1,995. That doesn't include your flights, because obviously you're going to be traveling from different places around the world. We've sold 12 out of the 16 places on the tour, so there's still 4 spaces left. So if you want to get involved, you want to come on this amazing adventure and be part of the video, then check out the link in the description. There's a full itinerary in there, all the details you need, and the booking forms down through there as well. So hopefully 4 of you watching this right now will end up coming on the tour and have the amazing time with the 12 of us that are already on board, because I can't wait for that trip. It's gonna be so good. And finally, the trip I got planned for summer 2020, I can finally tell you about it. You know, I've been saying off the back of the press trips I want to do longer journeys and more epic trips to sort of make better videos. So I've been planning this road trip for a few months now, and Nick and Amy, who run What the Faux Travel Podcast, have become really good friends of mine over the last few years. The 3 of us are going to do this road trip together, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting in Tallinn in Estonia and driving all the way down to Athens in Greece through all the Eastern European countries. So it's going to be like an Eastern European road trip, and it's going to last like a month or 5 or 6 weeks. We're going to be couch surfing, getting in with the locals, having all these incredible different experiences, and I can't wait. It's sort of part of Europe I've been meaning to explore loads more of over the years, and this, you know, doing a good old road trip is just going to be fantastic, and I'll make one hell of a video. I can't wait to film that. To sum up, what's coming up then? Vietnam trip in January, 6 weeks. Then in February the Morocco trip will be online. Borneo trip's going to be in April, and then in the summer the Eastern European road trip. So yeah, thanks for watching as always, guys. Remember, you can support the channel by getting a music bed subscription or just sending a tip via PayPal. A few people have done that already. It's been very generous of them, so thank you very much. And also just every like, comment, share, everything, all that stuff does really help. So thanks again. If you haven't subscribed and you're watching this, then you know what to do. But yeah, tons of stuff coming your way, and I'm getting ready for Christmas now, so I'll see you again soon.